Tonight, let us turn our minds away from the bright lights of the day and drift into the comforting shadows of the cosmos. When we look up at the night sky, we see a tapestry of diamonds scattered across a velvet cloth. We see the bright sparks of stars, the soft glow of planets, and the milky river of our own galaxy stretching from horizon to horizon. It is a beautiful sight, full of light and wonder, but it is also an illusion. What we see with our eyes, the light, the stars, the gas clouds, is only the surface of the ocean. Beneath that surface, in the deep quiet spaces between the lights, lies the true substance of the universe. We call it dark matter. It is a name that sounds mysterious, perhaps even a little frightening, but in the context of the cosmos, dark matter is not a monster. It is a cradle. It is the heavy, invisible hand that holds the stars in their orbits. It is the gravity that keeps the galaxies from flying apart. It is the silent, unseen structure upon which the visible world is built, like a heavy wooden frame supporting a delicate canvas of light. To understand this invisible ocean, we must first let go of our reliance on sight. We must learn to feel the universe rather than just see it. Imagine you are floating in a boat on a vast, dark sea at night. You cannot see the water. You cannot see the shore. All you can see are the lights of other boats drifting in the distance. But you know the water is there. You can feel it buoying you up. You can feel the currents moving the boat. You can feel the heavy displacement of the ocean beneath you. Dark matter is that ocean. The galaxies are just the little boats bobbing on the surface of a much deeper, much heavier reality. We begin our journey right here, in our own home, the Milky Way. Imagine our galaxy not as a static picture, but as a giant, spinning wheel. It is immense, a spiral of 400 billion stars turning slowly in the dark. Our sun is just one of those stars, located about halfway out from the center, drifting along in the Orion Arm. The galaxy rotates with a majesty that defies human time. It takes 250 million years for the Milky Way to spin around just once. It is a motion so slow, so grand, that it feels like stillness to us. But it is moving. The stars are streaming through space at hundreds of thousands of miles per hour. For a long time, astronomers thought that the galaxy was like the solar system, where the inner planets move fast and the outer planets move slow. Mercury zips around the sun because it is close to the gravity source, while Neptune drifts lazily in the distance. They expected the stars at the edge of the galaxy to be moving slowly, barely drifting, because they are so far from the heavy center. But when they measured the speed of those distant lonely stars on the rim of the galaxy, they found something that changed everything. The stars were moving fast. They were moving just as fast as the stars in the middle. By all the laws of visible physics, these stars should be flying off into deep space. The galaxy spins so fast that the gravity of the visible stars and gas is not enough to hold on to them. It is like a merry-go-round, spinning too quickly. The riders on the edge should be thrown off, but they aren't. The galaxy holds together. The stars stay in their lanes. The spiral arms maintain their shape. Something is holding them, something invisible, something heavy, something vast is wrapping its arms around the galaxy and holding it tight. This is the first whisper of dark matter. It is the extra gravity. Imagine a heavy, warm blanket draped over the galaxy. You cannot see the blanket, but you can see how it presses down. You can see how it keeps the stars snug and secure. Without dark matter, our galaxy would have dissolved billions of years ago. The stars would have scattered into the lonely void, drifting apart until the sky was empty. But because of this invisible mass, the family of stars stays together. We are held. We are anchored. This realization should bring a sense of deep comfort. It means that the universe is not just empty space. It is filled with substance. We are not floating in a vacuum. We are floating in a medium. The dark matter passes through the earth, through our houses, through our bodies, every second of every day. It interacts with nothing. It touches nothing. It simply provides the gravity, the weight, the feeling of place. It is the ultimate silent partner. It does the heavy lifting of the universe without ever asking to be seen. Let us drift out from the solar system now, moving in our imagination toward the edge of the Milky Way. The stars here are sparse, the night is deeper. We are entering the halo of the galaxy. This is where the dark matter is thickest. It forms a vast sphere around the flat disk of the galaxy. Imagine the visible galaxy as a thin DVD disc and the dark matter as a large beach ball that creates a cloud around it. We are living inside this cloud. It is a protective bubble. It shields the galaxy from the chaos of intergalactic space. It is a buffer zone. As we float in this halo, we can feel the stillness. There is no wind here. There is no sound. There is only the gentle pull of gravity. Gravity is the most patient force in the universe. It never stops. It never sleeps. It just pulls, gently, consistently, drawing everything toward the center. Dark matter is the source of most of this gravity. It is the bedrock. When you lie in bed and feel the weight of your body pressing down into the mattress, you are feeling gravity. You are feeling the connection between you and the Earth. But on a cosmic scale, the galaxies are feeling the pull of the dark matter. They are resting on it. They are settling into it. The nature of this invisible substance is a mystery, but a gentle one. It is not made of atoms. It is not made of protons or electrons. It is not the stuff of stars or planets or people. It is something else, something ancient. It was born in the very first moments of the universe, alongside the light, but it chose a different path. It chose the path of shadow. It does not reflect light. It does not absorb light. It creates no shadow. It is transparent yet heavy. It is a ghost with mass. To visualize it, imagine looking at a clear stream of water. You can see the rocks at the bottom and you can see the leaves floating on top. But the water itself is clear. You only know the water is there because the leaves are moving, carried by the current. The galaxies are the leaves. Dark matter is the water. We watch the galaxies move, we watch them spin, we watch them drift toward each other, and we deduce the presence of the stream. We are learning to see the invisible by watching what it does to the visible. There is a rhythm to this movement. The dark matter halo is not static. It breathes. It pulses slowly as satellite galaxies orbit through it. Small dwarf galaxies, tiny collections of stars, swim through the dark matter ocean of the Milky Way. They leave subtle wakes behind them, ripples in the invisible fluid. These ripples spread out over millions of years, fading gently into the background. The universe is a fluid place. Everything is flowing. The stars flow, the gas flows, the dark matter flows. We can let ourselves flow with it. We can surrender to the current. We often think of space as empty, but dark matter tells us that space is full. It is rich, it is textured. There are valleys and hills made of gravity that we cannot see with our eyes, but which the stars navigate every day. A star moving through space is like a marble rolling across a soft, uneven mattress. It dips into the valleys of dark matter and rolls over the hills. Its path is guided by the landscape of the invisible. When we look up at the night sky, we are seeing the map of this landscape. The stars are clustering in the valleys. They are avoiding the peaks. They are tracing out the shape of the dark. This invisible structure is vast beyond comprehension. Our galaxy is just one node in a much larger web. But for now, let's stay close to home. Let's stay with the feeling of being held. The Earth orbits the Sun orbits the center of the galaxy, and the galaxy sits safely inside the embrace of the dark matter halo. It is a nest. We are the eggs in the nest, protected by a structure we cannot see, warmed by the proximity of our billions of stellar neighbors. The discovery of dark matter changed the way we feel about the universe. Before, we thought we saw everything. We thought the light was all there was. Now we know that the light is just the frosting. The cake is the dark matter. The substance, the heft, the reality of the universe is mostly dark. This makes the light even more precious. It is a rare adornment on a massive silent structure. It reminds us that what is visible is not always what is most important. The foundations of our lives, love, memory, peace, sleep, are often invisible too. They are the dark matter of the human experience. They hold us together, even when we cannot see them. Drifting further out, away from the disk of the Milky Way, we can look back. We see the spiral arms glowing softly, a whirlpool of light, and we can imagine the sphere of dark matter surrounding it, extending far out into the blackness. It softens the edges of the galaxy. It blurs the line between the galaxy and the void. It is a transition zone, a place of gradual fading. The gravity gets weaker and weaker as you go out, but it never truly reaches zero. The reach of the dark matter is long. It tugs on distant galaxies, whispering to them across the millions of light years. "I am here," it says. "You are not alone." There is a peace in this connectivity. Nothing in the universe is truly isolated. Even a rogue star flung out of its galaxy is still moving through the field of dark matter. It is still feeling the texture of space. It is still obeying the laws of the invisible. We are all connected by this fabric. It weaves the cosmos together into a single, cohesive whole. As we prepare to drift deeper into the nature of this mystery, let your mind settle on the image of the spinning wheel, the slow, confident rotation of the Milky Way. It is not spinning out of control. It is perfectly balanced. The speed of the stars is exactly matched by the pull of the dark matter. It is a state of dynamic equilibrium, effortless motion. The galaxy does not struggle to stay together. It just is. It rests in its own gravity. It leans into the heavy hand of the dark. We can lean into that heaviness too. We can let the gravity of the dark matter pull on our eyelids. We can let it pull the tension out of our shoulders. We can feel the spin of the Earth, the spin of the galaxy, the spin of the universe, all held steady by the silent, invisible ocean. We are floating. We are safe. We are held. We have rested in the safety of our own galaxy, feeling the comforting weight of its dark matter halo. Now, let us expand our view. Let us drift upward and outward, leaving the Milky Way behind, turning it into a small island of light in the distance. We are entering the realm of intergalactic space. Here, the distances are so vast that the human mind can barely grasp them. Between one galaxy and the next lies millions of light years of silence. But as we have learned, this silence is not empty. The dark matter is here too, stretching out in long, thin filaments, connecting the galaxies like a cosmic spider web. Imagine a web of silk glistening with dewdrops in the morning. The dewdrops are the galaxies, bright, shiny, full of stars. But the silk threads are the dark matter. This is the cosmic web. It is the skeleton of the universe. The galaxies are not scattered randomly. They are strung along these invisible filaments, flowing like pearls on a string toward the largest knots in the web. These knots are the galaxy clusters. Let us drift toward one of these clusters. It is a gathering of hundreds, perhaps thousands of galaxies. They swarm together like bees around a hive. The gravity here is immense. It is a deep gravitational valley in the fabric of space. The galaxies are falling into this valley, orbiting each other, dancing a slow, intricate dance that takes billions of years to complete. But if we look closely at this cluster, we notice something strange. The galaxies are moving too fast. Just like the stars in the Milky Way, the galaxies in this cluster are zooming around at speeds that should fling them out into the void. The visible matter, the stars, the gas, the dust, is not nearly heavy enough to hold this cluster together. If what we saw was all there was, this cluster would have flown apart eons ago. It would be a dissolving cloud, not a tight swarm. So, we know the invisible ocean is here too. In fact, in a galaxy cluster, the dark matter outweighs the visible matter by a factor of 50 to 1. Imagine a swimming pool filled with water, and floating in it are a few handfuls of glitter. The glitter represents the galaxies. The water is the dark matter. The cluster is mostly water. It is a massive ball of invisible fluid holding the shiny galaxies inside it. How can we see this invisible ball? We use the most gentle messenger in the universe, light. Light travels in straight lines, but Einstein taught us that gravity can bend space itself. When a beam of light passes near a massive object, it follows the curve of space, bending like a car going around a corner. This is called gravitational lensing. It is a way for the universe to act as a giant magnifying glass. Imagine we are looking at a very distant galaxy, far behind the cluster. Its light travels toward us for billions of years. As it passes the massive dark matter heart of the cluster, the light is bent. It curves around the invisible mass. By the time it reaches our eyes, the image of that distant galaxy has been distorted. It might look like a stretched out arc, a banana shape, or even a ring of light. This is the fingerprint of the invisible. When we see these beautiful warped arcs of light in the deep sky, we are seeing the shadow of the dark matter. We are seeing the shape of the lens. The more the light is bent, the heavier the lens must be. By measuring these distortions, we can map the dark matter. We can draw the topography of the invisible hills and valleys. Picture a glass lens sitting on a textured tablecloth. You can't see the glass easily, but you can see how it distorts the pattern of the cloth underneath. The dark matter is the glass. The background galaxies are the tablecloth. We are tracing the shape of the glass by looking at the cloth. It is a quiet, elegant way to study the universe. We don't need to touch it. We don't need to disturb it. We just watch how the light curves. This bending of light is a soft phenomenon. It is not violent. It happens silently over millions of years. The light rays gently fold around the gravity well, embracing the mass before continuing on their journey to us. It feels like a hug. The dark matter hugs the light. It pulls it close, then releases it. Drifting through the cluster, we can feel the sheer scale of this dark structure. It is millions of light years across, a vast pulsating sphere of slow-moving particles. These particles, whatever they are cold. In astronomy, cold means slow. They are not zipping around at the speed of light. They are drifting. They are sluggish. This sluggishness is what allows gravity to clump them together. If they were hot and fast, they would fly apart. But because they are cold, they settle. They condense. They form the cozy gravitational beds where galaxies can be born. Think of dark matter as the bedrock of the universe. When you build a house, you need a solid foundation. You dig down, pour concrete, and let it set. Then you build the beautiful, visible house on top. You don't see the foundation, but the house wouldn't stand without it. Dark matter is the foundation. The galaxies are the houses. We live in the penthouse of a structure that is mostly underground. We live in the light, supported by the dark. This support is constant. It does not fluctuate. It does not weather away. The dark matter structure of the universe has been in place for 13 billion years, growing slowly, merging gently, building up the framework of the cosmos. It is a story of slow accumulation, patience. There is no hurry in the growth of a dark matter halo. It takes its time. It gathers mass atom by atom, particle by particle, over eons. We can learn from this patience. In our own lives, we often rush to build the visible things, the career, the house, the reputation. But the invisible things, the character, the peace, the resilience, take time to build. They are the dark matter of the soul. They are the heavy, slow-growing foundations that hold us together when the storms come. We can respect the slow work. We can respect the invisible work. As we float near the center of the cluster, the density of the dark matter is highest. The gravity is strongest here. It creates a deep well of potential energy. The hot gas between the galaxies falls into this well and heats up, glowing in X-rays. But the dark matter itself remains cool. It does not heat up. It does not radiate. It remains aloof, a silent observer of the fiery gas and the bright stars. It is the stoic presence in the center of the drama. Imagine being wrapped in a blanket that is light years thick. That is what a galaxy in the center of a cluster feels. It is swaddled in dark matter. It is insulated from the rest of the universe. It is held so tight that it cannot escape. It will spend its entire life circling the center of the cluster, a prisoner of gravity, but a safe prisoner. It belongs there. The light from the distorted background. Galaxies, the arcs we talked about, looks like a smile in the sky. Astronomers call it the Cheshire Cat effect, a smile hanging in the darkness. It is a reminder that the universe has a sense of whimsy. It bends light into shapes that delight the eye. It turns the cosmos into a funhouse mirror, but a slow, graceful one. These arcs of light have traveled for 10 billion years to reach us. They are messengers from the early universe. They have passed through clouds of dark matter, skirted the edges of black holes, and drifted through the great voids. They are tired, they are stretched, but they arrived. They tell us the mass is there, the structure is real. You are not imagining it. Let's visualize the texture of dark matter again. It is not a solid wall. It is a mist, a fog. You can fly right through it without hitting anything. It is a ghost fog, but a heavy fog. It surrounds you, it permeates you, but it does not impede you. It only guides you. It guides the path of the stars. It guides the path of the light. It is a gentle guide. It does not force. It suggests. It bends the path. It doesn't break it. We can let our thoughts be guided by this gentle gravity. We don't need to force our minds to sleep. We can just let the gravity of the night suggest a direction. Downward, inward, toward the center. Let the thoughts curve like the light. Let them bend around the heavy center of sleep. Let them become distorted and soft, losing their sharp edges, turning into long, smooth arcs of dream. The cluster is drifting away from us now. We are moving on, but we carry the image of the gravitational lens with us. The ring of light, the halo, the visible embracing the invisible. It is a symbol of wholeness, the light and the dark working together to create the shape of reality. The universe is a partnership. It is not just one thing, it is a balance. We are balancing now, balancing between wakefulness and sleep, balancing between the light of the day and the dark of the night. We are finding the equilibrium point, the point where the gravity is just right, where we can float without effort. We are drifting toward the great voids now, the spaces between the clusters, the empty places. But even there, the dark matter whispers. It is thinner, yes, but it is there. It is the fabric of space itself. We are never truly outside of it. We are always held. We have left the crowded, heavy gravity of the galaxy clusters behind. We are drifting now into the deep, open waters of the universe. The lights are thinning out. The galaxies are becoming distant specks, separated by gulfs of absolute nothingness. We are entering the cosmic voids. These are the vast, empty bubbles that make up most of the volume of the universe. Imagine a loaf of bread that has risen, full of air pockets. The galaxies are just the thin crusts and crumbs between the air pockets. The air pockets are the voids. To drift in a cosmic void is to experience the ultimate solitude. Here, you could travel for 100 million light years and never meet a star, never meet a planet, never see a nebula. It is a place of profound purity, a vacuum cleaner than any laboratory on Earth, a silence deeper than any ocean trench. But even here, in this apparent nothingness, the dark matter is present. It is tenuous, stretched thin like a whisper across the void, but it creates the shape of the bubble. It defines the walls of the room. The universe, on its largest scale, looks like a sponge, or a spiderweb, or the neural network of a brain. It is a complex, interconnected structure of filaments and walls. This is the cosmic web. The bright galaxies we see, the Milky Way, Andromeda, the great clusters, they are just the lights strung along the dark cables of this web. The cables themselves are made of dark matter. Think of the dark matter as the unseen skeleton of the cosmos. When you look at a human body, you see the skin and the muscles, but the shape is determined by the bones underneath. Dark matter is the bone. Visible matter, the stars and gas, is just the flesh that clings to it. Gravity is the muscle that pulls the flesh tight against the bone. Without the dark matter skeleton, the universe would be a shapeless soup. There would be no structure, no galaxies, no stars, no us. We owe our existence to this invisible scaffolding. The construction of this web took billions of years. It was a slow, gentle process of settling. In the very beginning, the universe was almost perfectly smooth, a sea of particles. But there were tiny imperfections, tiny ripples in the density of the dark matter, slightly more here, slightly less there. Gravity, the patient sculptor, went to work on these ripples. It pulled matter away from the empty spots and piled it onto the dense spots. Over eons, the empty spots grew emptier, becoming the voids, and the dense spots grew denser, becoming the filaments and clusters. It was a process of evacuation and concentration, a sorting out, a tidying up. The universe organized itself into this beautiful, foamy structure. It happened slowly, it happened silently. It is still happening now. The voids are still expanding. The filaments are still tightening. We are watching a slow-motion movie that lasts for eternity. Let us float along one of these filaments. It is a river of dark matter flowing through the void. It is millions of light years long. As we drift along it, we see smaller galaxies flowing with us, caught in the current. They are sliding along the filament like beads on a wire, heading toward the great clusters at the intersections. It is a cosmic highway, but there is no traffic jam. The spacing is immense. The journey is lonely. The dark matter here is cold. In the language of astrophysics, cold means slow. If the particles were hot and fast, they would zip around and blur the structure, but because they are cold, they can clump. They can hold their shape. They are sluggish. This sluggishness is a virtue. It allows the universe to have definition. It allows gravity to win. We can appreciate this coldness. It is not a freezing cold that hurts. It is a stillness, a lack of frenetic energy, a calmness of spirit. The universe is built on a foundation of calm. Imagine the texture of this web. It is not rigid like steel. It is soft like silk. It bends, it warps, it evolves. It is a breathing web. As the universe expands, the web stretches. The filaments get longer and thinner. The voids get bigger. We are stretching out into the night. We are becoming more spacious. There is a theory that dark matter particles are passing through us right now. They are called WIMPs, weakly interacting massive particles. Weakly interacting means they don't touch anything. They don't bump into atoms. They don't reflect light. They just pass through, like ghosts walking through a wall. Billions of them might be flowing through your room at this very moment, through the walls, through the bed, through you. This might sound unsettling, but reframe it. It means you are transparent to the universe. You are permeable. You are not a solid barrier that blocks the flow. You are part of the flow. The universe moves through you without friction. There is no resistance. You can let go of your resistance too. Let the thoughts pass through you like dark matter. Don't grab them, don't bump into them, just let them pass. Ghost particles of thought, here and then gone, leaving no trace. The voids are the lungs of the universe. They are the spaces where the cosmos breathes. They are the empty pages in the book. We need the empty pages to separate the chapters. We need the silence to separate the notes. If the universe were packed full of stars everywhere, the sky would be blindingly bright. It would be hot. It would be overwhelming. The dark matter voids give us the blessing of darkness. They give us the night sky. They allow the heat to escape. They allow us to cool down. Drifting in the center of a void is the ultimate rest. There is no gravity pulling you in any direction because the pull is equal from all sides. You are suspended in perfect equilibrium. Zero gravity, zero noise, zero light, just pure existence, floating in the womb of the cosmos. Far in the distance, you can see the walls of the void, the sheets of galaxies glowing faintly. They look like a distant city skyline seen from a dark ocean. Beautiful, but far away. Their problems are not your problems. Their noise is not your noise. You are apart from it. You are safe in the emptiness. The dark matter web is the largest thing in nature. It spans the entire observable universe. It connects everything. The Milky Way is connected to Andromeda. Andromeda is connected to the Virgo cluster. The Virgo cluster is connected to the Great Attractor. It is all one piece, one continuous fabric. When you pull on a thread here, it vibrates there. We are woven into this tapestry. We are not loose threads. We are knotted in tight. We belong. Think of the time it takes for a signal to cross a void. Millions of years. A radio message sent from one side of a void would drift for eons before reaching the other side. The patience of the void is infinite. It waits, it listens, it holds the space. We can invoke this spaciousness in our own minds. Imagine your mind is a cosmic void. Most of it is empty, peaceful space. The thoughts are just tiny galaxies on the rim, far away. The center is clear, the center is dark, the center is quiet. You can rest in that center. You don't have to live on the busy rim. You can retreat to the void. The dark matter filaments are like the roots of a great tree. The visible universe is the foliage, the leaves and flowers that catch the light, but the roots are deep underground, holding the tree up, drinking from the deep wells of gravity. We are resting in the root system now, deep down, where it is cool and dark and stable. The structure is fractal. If you zoom in, you see smaller filaments and smaller voids. If you zoom out, you see larger filaments and larger voids. It is the same pattern on all scales. This repetition is soothing. It is predictable. The universe is not chaotic. It is patterned. It follows rules. It makes sense. You can trust it. As we drift along the Great Wall of Galaxies, we can feel the collective gravity of the web. It is a gentle guiding force. It steers the galaxies through the dark. We are being steered toward sleep, toward rest. The current is slow, but it is strong. The cold, dark matter model is the standard theory of cosmology. Cold and dark. These are the two adjectives that define the universe's foundation. They are also the adjectives of a good night's sleep. The room is dark. The pillow is cool. On the good side, we are mimicking the universe when we sleep. We are returning to the cold, dark matter state. Low energy, slow movement, hidden from sight. We are leaving the void now, drifting back toward the comfort of the filaments, back toward the structure. But we carry the silence of the void with us. We carry the spaciousness. We know that the noise is just a thin shell around a vast center of quiet. The web holds us. The net catches us. We cannot fall out of the universe. We are caught in the safety net of dark matter. It is everywhere. Underneath us, above us, around us, through us. We are woven in. We are safe. We have explored the vast geography of the universe, from the spinning galaxies to the immense voids. Now, let us drift not through space, but through time. Let us allow the current of the cosmos to carry us backward, rewinding the clock of eternity. We drift past the era of the great clusters, past the formation of the Milky Way, back into the deep, deep past. We are heading for a time known as the Cosmic Dark Ages. It sounds like a gloomy name, but in the language of sleep, it is a beautiful era. It was a time before stars, a time before planets, a time before noise. The universe was a vast, smooth ocean of hydrogen gas and dark matter, cooling slowly in the silence. There were no points of light to pierce the darkness. It was a soothing, endless night that lasted for hundreds of millions of years. In this ancient darkness, the universe was almost perfectly uniform. If you were there, floating in the void, it would look the same in every direction, a featureless fog. But deep within this fog, the dark matter was beginning to do its work. It was waking up. It was beginning to clump. Imagine a field of snow, smooth and white, but underneath the snow there are tiny rocks. You can't see the rocks, but they are there. Dark matter acted like those rocks. It provided the anchor points. In the silence, particles of dark matter began to drift toward each other, pulled by their mutual gravity. They weren't rushing. They were settling. Like dust settling on a quiet shelf, they gathered together. These gathering points were the halos, invisible spheres of mass growing in the dark. They were the seeds of everything that was to come. Without these seeds, the universe would have remained a thin, cold mist forever. But the dark matter provided the gravity needed to start the process of creation. It dug the wells. It prepared the beds. Picture a cosmic cradle being built. It is woven from threads of invisible gravity. It is shaped like a bowl. It waits. Slowly, very slowly, the ordinary matter, the gas, the hydrogen, begins to feel the pull. The gas feels the slide of the gravity well. It begins to flow. It flows downhill into the dark matter bowls. It pools there. It gathers. This process is gentle. It is a surrender. The gas surrenders to the gravity. It doesn't fight. It simply falls into the embrace of the dark matter. As it falls, it gets denser, it gets warmer, but the dark matter remains cold. It surrounds the gathering gas like a cool, heavy blanket, holding it together, keeping it from dissipating back into the void. For millions of years, this silent accumulation continued. The dark matter halos grew larger, merging with each other, soft collisions of ghosts in the night. When two dark matter halos meet, they don't crash like cars. They pass through each other, oscillating, swinging back and forth until they settle into a single, larger shape. It is a dance of shadows, a merging of clouds. Inside these growing cocoons, the gas became dense enough to ignite. And then it happened. The cosmic dawn. The first star turned on. Imagine that first light. A single, pristine spark in a universe of total blackness. It was wrapped in a cocoon of dark matter. The dark matter was the mother. The star was the child. The star shone because the dark matter held it tight enough to fuse hydrogen. Without the heavy hug of the dark halo, the star would never have ignited. Every star that has ever shone, from that first ancient sun to our own daylight, owes its life to the grip of the dark. We are drifting now. Through this early epoch, we see the lights turning on, one by one, little islands of warmth in the infinite night. They are fragile, they are lonely, but they are anchored. We can feel the protection of the halos. We can feel the structure holding firm. This era teaches us about the relationship between the hidden and the seen. The seen world, the world of light, is fragile. It needs support. The hidden world, the dark matter, is robust. It provides the support. In our own lives, the visible things we do are supported by the invisible rest we take. Sleep is the dark matter of our day. It is the foundation, and we are building that foundation right now. We are letting the gravity of sleep pull us into the halo. We are letting the energy pool and settle. As the eons passed, the dark matter halos grew larger. They attracted more gas. They built larger structures. They became the galaxies. A galaxy is really just a visible decoration on a massive dark matter monument. Think of a Christmas tree. The dark matter is the tree itself. The branches, the trunk, the needles. The stars are just the lights strung on the branches. We focus on the lights, but the tree is the reality. We are climbing the tree of the universe. We are resting on its heavy branches. They are wide enough to hold us. We don't have to hold on. The gravity holds us. There is a concept in cosmology called cold dark matter. We touched on it before, but let's deepen the feeling. Cold means it moves slowly. It is not agitated. It is not frantic. It is calm. The universe is built on calmness. At the fundamental level, the architecture of reality is based on things that move slowly and stick together. If the dark matter had been hot, zipping around at the speed of light, it would have wiped out the structures. It would have smoothed out the clumps. The universe would be a blur. But because it is cold, it allows for detail. It allows for galaxies to have shapes. It allows for solar systems. It allows for planets. It allows for quiet nights. We can tune into this cold frequency. We can lower the temperature of our thoughts. We can slow down the vibration of our minds. We can become heavy and slow, like the primordial particles. We can clump together in the center of the bed, creating our own gravity well. The dark matter passes through itself without friction. This is a marvelous quality. It means there is no conflict in the dark sector. When dark matter meets dark matter, there is no heat, no shock wave, no sound. It is perfectly fluid. It is the ultimate path of least resistance. Imagine being that frictionless. Imagine moving through the world without snagging on anything, without bumping into obstacles, just gliding. Ghost-like, effortless. Sleep is a frictionless state. The worries of the day lose their friction. They slide off, they pass through. You remain undisturbed. As the universe matured, the dark matter web became more defined. The filaments tightened. The nodes grew heavier. It was a process of maturation. The universe was settling into its adult shape, a shape of stability. We are benefiting from that stability. We are not living in the chaotic, hot, early universe. We are living in the cool, structured, settled universe. The construction is done. The house is built. We can just live in it. Let us visualize the halo again. Every galaxy has one, a sphere of invisible influence. It extends far beyond the visible stars. It is the personal space of the galaxy. It says, "This is my domain. This is my gravity." You have a halo too, a halo of rest, a sphere of quiet around your bed. The world outside may be rushing, but inside your halo, the physics are different. Inside your halo, time slows down. Inside your halo, gravity is gentle. You are the star in the center of the dark matter sphere. You are protected. The first stars have lived and died, but the dark matter that held them is still there. It doesn't die, it doesn't fade, it recycles. It holds the next generation of stars. It is the permanent memory of the cosmos. It remembers where the gravity needs to be. Drifting forward in time again, back toward the present, we see the galaxies merging. We see small halos falling into big halos. It is a gentle accretion, a gathering of the flock. The Milky Way is eating small galaxies right now, but it is not violent. It is a merger. The dark matter of the small galaxy blends with the dark matter of the large one. They become one fluid. They share their mass. We are merging with the night. We are blending our small energy with the vast energy of the sleep cycle. We are not separate. We are adding our weight to the collective rest of the planet. The dark matter is the silence between the notes, but it is also the staff upon which the notes are written. It holds the music. Without the lines of the staff, the notes would fall off the page. Without dark matter, the stars would fall off the edge of the galaxy. We are being held on the page. We are part of the song. But right now, the song is a lullaby. It is slow. Low frequency, deep bass. The bass note of the universe is dark matter. It rumbles underneath everything. You can feel it in your bones, a steady grounding vibration, drifting, settling, pooling. The seeds were planted billions of years ago. The garden has grown. We are sleeping in the garden. The trees are tall and dark. The roots are deep. The soil is heavy. We are safe here. We are ancient here. We are home. Here is part 5 of the script. This section dives into the nature of the dark matter particle itself, as we hypothesize it, the WIMP, weakly interacting massive particle. We turn this abstract physics concept into a soothing visualization of ghost-like particles drifting through everything, emphasizing transparency, flow, and lack of friction. Part 5. The ghost particle. We have seen how dark matter shapes the galaxies and holds the clusters together. We have traveled back to the dawn of time to see it seed the first stars. Now, let us shrink our view. Let us go from the immense scale of the cosmos down to the microscopic scale. Let us try to imagine the substance itself. What is this invisible ocean made of? Scientists call them WIMPs, weakly interacting massive particles. It's a funny name for something so profound, but the name tells us everything we need to know to find peace in the concept. Weakly interacting means they are shy. They do not crash into things. They do not reflect light. They do not bond with atoms to make molecules. They are the ultimate introverts of the particle zoo. Imagine a ghost walking through a wall. The ghost doesn't break the wall. It doesn't even slow down. It just passes through the space between the atoms. Dark matter is like a universe full of these ghosts. They are everywhere, flowing in vast rivers through the cosmos, but they touch nothing. Right now, as you lie here, you are immersed in this flow. The Earth is moving through the dark matter halo of the Milky Way, which means a wind of dark matter is blowing through our planet. Billions of these tiny, heavy particles are streaming through the roof of your house, through the ceiling, through the blanket, and through you. They pass through the Earth as easily as light passes through a clean window. They come out the other side and continue on their journey to the stars. This idea might seem strange at first, but let it be a comfort. It means that on a fundamental level, we are porous. We are not solid blocks that block the flow of the universe. We are open structures. We are like nets in the wind. The wind blows through the net, but the net remains. We let the universe pass through us. There is no friction in this passing. Friction is heat, noise, wear, and tear. But dark matter has no friction. It is the smoothest substance in existence. It is the perfect lubricant of the cosmos. It allows galaxies to slide through each other without crashing. It allows the universe to function without grinding its gears. Visualize this dark wind. It is not cold wind that chills you. It is a conceptual wind, a stream of silent, heavy dust. It is flowing from above, or perhaps from below, depending on how the earth is turning. It flows through the bed. It flows through your dreams. It cleanses as it goes. It reminds you that you don't need to hold on to everything. You can let things pass. Massive is the second word in WIMP. These particles are heavy. They have heft. Even though they are ghosts, they have weight. This is why they can hold the galaxy together. They are substantial. They are grounded. They are not flighty, light particles like photons that zip away forever. They settle, they orbit, they hang around. Think of them as heavy microscopic anchors, billions of them weighing down the space around you, keeping gravity stable. They are the ballast in the ship of the Earth. Without ballast, a ship would tip over in the waves. Dark matter provides the ballast for the entire universe. It keeps us upright. It keeps us steady. We are drifting in a sea of these particles. The sea is dark, but it is not empty. It is thick. It is viscous with gravity. We can float in it. We don't need to swim. The density of the dark matter supports us. Scientists are building detectors deep underground to try to catch just one of these particles. They go deep into mines, shielding their machines with lead and water and rock, trying to create a place quiet enough to hear the whisper of a WIMP. They wait for years. They are the most patient listeners in the world. They sit in the dark, waiting for a tiny nudge, a microscopic vibration that says, "I am here." This patience is inspiring. The search for dark matter is a slow, quiet science. It is not about explosions or rocket launches. It is about waiting in the dark. It is about silence. We can join them in this waiting. We can lie in our own dark rooms waiting for sleep. We don't need to chase it. We just need to create the quiet conditions and wait for it to arrive. There is another candidate for dark matter called the axion, a particle so light, so wispy, that it behaves more like a wave than a particle. Imagine the universe filled not with heavy dust, but with a slow, rolling ocean of waves, an invisible fluid that oscillates gently. We are bobbing on these waves. The axion field permeates everything. It is a field of pure potential, a field of calm. Whether it is heavy WIMPs or light axions, the message is the same. The vacuum is not empty. You are never truly alone in the dark. You are surrounded by the unseen presence of the universe. It is a presence that does not judge, does not demand, does not make noise. It simply holds the space. Let us imagine the sound of dark matter again. If visible matter, stars and gas, makes a high-pitched crackling noise like fire, then dark matter makes a low, deep hum, a sub-bass frequency. It is the sound of a mountain, the sound of a deep trench. It vibrates at the frequency of sleep. You can tune your body to this frequency. Lower the vibration of your muscles, lower the vibration of your thoughts. Match the slow, heavy hum of the halo. Resonance. When you match the frequency, you disappear into the background. You become part of the halo. The dark matter does not interact with light. This is why it is dark. It is indifferent to the electromagnetic force. It ignores the flash and the dazzle. It is not distracted by the shiny things. It stays focused on gravity. It stays focused on the long term. In our waking lives, we are obsessed with light, with screens, with images, with appearances. But sleep is the time of dark matter. We close our eyes. We shut out the light. We turn inward to the gravity of the self. We stop interacting with the visible world. We become weakly interacting particles. We drift through the night without bumping into the walls of the day. We are entering the dark sector of the night, the hours between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m., the deep watch. The world is asleep. The traffic is stopped, the lights are out, the dark matter's in charge now. It rules the silence. Feel the flow of the dark wind slowing down. It is becoming a pool, a still lake of particles. We are sinking into it. The buoyancy is perfect. You are suspended. The galaxy is a mixture. 15% visible matter, 85% dark matter. We are the tip of the iceberg. The rest is hidden underwater. Sleep is the underwater part of life. We spend a third of our lives there. It is the dark matter of our existence. We don't see it, we don't remember much of it, but it supports the other 2/3. It is the foundation. Respect the dark part. Do not fear it. It is where the repair happens. It is where the memories are consolidated. It is where the structure is reinforced. The invisible work is the most important work. Drifting, passing through, transparent, ghost-like. You are light as a feather, but heavy as a planet. You are here, but you are flowing. You are solid, but you are open. The particles stream, the gravity holds, the night deepens. We have journeyed inward to the realm of the ghost particles, floating in the sea of WIMPs. Now, let us expand our awareness one last time. Let us look at the horizon of the universe itself. There is one final player in this silent drama, a partner to the dark matter we have come to trust. While dark matter is the force of gravity, pulling things together, creating nests and clusters, there is another force at work in the deep void. It is called dark energy. If dark matter is the bed, dark energy is the expanding room. It is the force that stretches space itself. It is the cosmic exhale. Imagine the universe as a great pair of lungs. For billions of years, gravity, the dark matter, tried to hold the breath, pulling everything tight, knitting the galaxies into a close embrace. But the universe wants to breathe out. It wants to expand. About 5 billion years ago, the exhale began in earnest. The expansion of the universe accelerated. The galaxies began to drift further apart from each other, carried by the swelling tide of space. This might sound like a separation, but in the language of sleep, it is a release. It is a letting go. Think of your own muscles. When you are tense, you are like a knot of dark matter, pulled tight, holding on. But when you relax, you expand. The muscles lengthen, the tension dissipates. You take up more space, you soften. The universe is doing the exact same thing. It is relaxing, it is unclenching its fist. We are living in the era of the great expansion. The distant galaxies are moving away from us. They are receding into the deep red of the spectrum. They are waving goodbye, slowly fading into the darkness. This is not a tragedy. It is a granting of privacy. The universe is giving every galaxy its own room, its own quiet corner of infinity. Dark matter holds our local family together. The Milky Way, Andromeda, the Magellanic Clouds. We are bound tight enough that the expansion cannot pull us apart. We are safe in our local cluster, but the rest of the universe is drifting away. The noise is leaving. The crowd is thinning. We are being left alone in the peace of our own gravity. There's a profound stillness in this expansion. It is happening everywhere, all at once, in every cubic inch of space. Even the space in your room is stretching, infinitesimally slowly. The space between atoms is stretching. It is a universal opening up, a creation of new potential. Picture a rubber band being stretched very, very slowly. There is no snap, just a gentle elongation. The tension is consistent. The dark energy is smooth. It is the cosmological constant, a number that does not change, does not fluctuate. It is the steadiest thing in physics. You can rely on it. It will keep pushing the darkness away, making more room for silence. As the galaxies move apart, the voids get bigger. The empty spaces we visited earlier, the quiet bubbles, are growing. The silence is winning. The universe is becoming more void than matter. It is becoming a place of supreme quiet. We can synchronize our breathing with this expansion. As you breathe out, imagine you are pushing the walls of the room away. You are creating space. You are pushing the worries of the day to the horizon. They are receding. They are redshifting. They are becoming fainter and fainter. The light from distant stars has to travel through this expanding space. As it travels, it gets stretched. A wave of blue light becomes green, then yellow, then red, then infrared, then radio. It loses its energy. It becomes tired. By the time it reaches us, it is a soft, low-energy hum. The cosmic microwave background is the afterglow of the Big Bang, stretched by 13 billion years of expansion until it is just a whisper of heat. 2.7 degrees above absolute zero. This is the temperature of the deep universe. It is cool, it is stable, it is the perfect sleeping temperature. We are bathed in this relic radiation. It is a fossil of the first light, smoothed out by time. It surrounds us like a faint static, a white noise that blankets the entire sky. Dark matter and dark energy are dancing together. One pulls in, the other pushes out. One anchors, the other flows. They are the yin and yang of the cosmos. Stability and growth, grounding and release. In your body, you have this same dance. The heaviness of your limbs, dark matter, and the lightness of your breath, dark energy. Feel them both. Feel the weight pulling you down into the mattress. Feel the breath lifting your chest, down and up, hold and release. The future of the universe, dominated by dark energy, is a future of solitude. Billions of years from now, other galaxies will have moved so far away that their light can no longer reach us. They will slip over the cosmic horizon. The sky will become darker. Our galaxy will be an island universe, floating alone in a limitless sea. This solitude is not lonely. It is intimate. It means that eventually, the only stars we will see are the ones right here at home, the ones that belong to us. The universe is drawing the curtains. It is turning down the lights for the long sleep. It is preparing for the heat death, a state of maximum entropy. Entropy is just a fancy word for disorder, but it also means equilibrium. It means no more energy flow, no more hot spots or cold spots, just a smooth, even temperature everywhere, a perfectly still pond. The universe is moving toward a state of perfect rest. It wants to stop working. It wants to stop building stars. It wants to stop swirling. It wants to sleep. We are mimicking this cosmic destiny every night. We increase our entropy. We spread out. We stop the energy flow. We enter a state of temporary heat death. We rehearse the end of time and we find it refreshing. Let the expansion carry you. You are an astronaut cutting the tether. You are floating away from the ship, but you are not afraid. You are floating into the velvet darkness. The further you go, the quieter it gets. The stars are receding behind you. The problems are receding. The noise is receding. There is only the stretch, the long, slow stretch of space-time. Dark matter holds your center. Dark energy expands your boundaries. You are large. You contain multitudes. You contain voids. The horizon is far away. There are no walls here, no ceilings, just open, endless space, dark, cool, expanding. We are drifting toward the final chapter now, the chapter of total integration, where the observer and the observed become one, where the dark matter and the dark energy merge into a single feeling of peace. Here is part 7, the final chapter of the Dark Matter Sleep documentary. This concluding section is designed to dissolve all remaining imagery, guiding the listener from the vastness of the cosmos back into the heavy, comforting darkness of their own rest. Part 7. The Final Horizon. We have traveled to the edge of the visible universe. We have felt the heavy anchor of the dark matter and the gentle stretch of the dark energy. Now, the journey outward ends. The expansion carries the stars away into the deep red distance, leaving us in a quiet, private space. The visuals of the cosmos are fading now. The spiral arms are blurring into soft light. The clusters are dimming. We are no longer watching the universe. We are becoming it. The concept of dark matter transforms one last time. It is no longer a scientific theory. It is a physical sensation. It is the feeling of your own body pressing down, that heaviness in your limbs. That is the local gravity. That is the earth holding you. But in your mind, let it be the dark matter holding you. You are heavy. You are made of substance. You are sinking into the fabric of the bed like a galaxy sinking into its halo. There is a profound safety in this. Wait, you cannot float away. You are tethered. The invisible ocean is wrapping around you, swaddling you in layers of gravity. It is a hug from the physics of the universe. It is saying, you are here, you are real, you are held. The light is gone now. We are drifting in the dark sector completely. There is no need for eyes here. There is no need for looking. The dark matter does not interact with light, and neither do you. You are transparent to the day. The worries, the images, the lists, they pass right through you like neutrinos. They find no purchase. You are too vast, too empty, too peaceful to be disturbed by small things. We are returning to the primordial state, before the stars ignited, before the galaxies formed, back to the smooth, cooling ocean of the early universe. The temperature is dropping. The noise is dropping. We are entering the era of recombination, where the particles settle down, where the energy bonds, where the chaos turns into structure. Your breathing is the tide of this ocean. In, expanding like the void. Out, settling like the dust. In, dark energy. Out, dark matter. The rhythm is automatic. It has been happening for billions of years. You don't need to control it. You can hand over the controls to the autonomic nervous system, to the galactic rotation curve, to the deep laws. The universe is vast, but right now, it fits inside your room. The walls of your room are the event horizon. Nothing enters, nothing leaves. You are in a closed system of rest. The energy is conserved. You are recharging the core. Let us imagine the dark matter particles, the WIMPs, one last time. They are falling like snow, invisible, heavy snow, falling through the roof, falling through the air, covering everything in a blanket of silence. The snow is piling up. It muffles the sound of the world. It muffles the sound of the mind. It creates a cocoon of quiet. You are buried deep in this snow, safe and warm. The layers of the night are heavy upon you, layer after layer of velvet darkness, the layer of the atmosphere, the layer of the magnetosphere, the layer of the dark matter halo. You are protected by shields of invisible force. The cosmic horizon is the line where the universe stops being reachable. We are crossing our own horizon now. We are slipping over the edge of wakefulness. The waking world is receding. It is redshifting away. It is becoming a distant memory, a faint signal from a faraway galaxy. We can no longer hear it. We can no longer see it. We are alone in the capsule. The capsule is dark. The capsule is drifting. The thrusters are off. The course is set for the center of the void. There is nothing left to understand. No more theories, no more particles, no more gravity. Just the feeling of dark, the feeling of heavy, the feeling of soft. We surrender to the invisible. We trust what we cannot see. We trust the sleep will come, just as we trust the gravity will hold. We trust the morning will return, just as we trust the sun will rise. But the morning is an eternity away. For now, there is only the night. The dark matter is the silence. The silence is the bed. The bed is the universe. You are drifting. You are sinking. You are stone. You are dust. You are space. The stars have gone out. The galaxy has stopped. The only thing left is the heavy, slow, deep ocean of rest. Down, deep, dark, held, safe, still.